So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We are going to talk. I don't know what's going on my green screen recently. Oh, that's a bit better. We're going to talk about David Dein. He has upset Top Gooners. He's upset a lot of Arteta fans that haven't got a clue who he is, by the way. We don't want to listen to this old man speak. That old man is the whole reason you support Arsenal Football Club, people. Yeah. Is what it is, but they've only just found this information out tonight that he was the vice chairman of Arsenal Football Club, because none of them bothered to educate themselves on the history of this once amazing, great institutional football club that has been systematically destroyed between the last 15 years or so in front of our very eyes. But again, it's all about how they feel. And they're feeling vibes with the manager. They're feeling vibes with all these players. They're feeling vibes with Righty, woohoo, wheeling out merch. They're feeling vibes with anyone who praises Arsenal. But when the ex-vice chairman of Arsenal, who joined Arsenal, I think 83, I may be wrong, says something that criticises the manager, all of a sudden they get in their feelings and start attacking the old man. How embarrassing, man. Like, honestly, how embarrassing. Anyway, before we get into this, I'm just going to smoke the Arteta pack, the Top Gooner pack, and the Absolute Infestation pack. Big up to everyone tuning in. Do make sure you are smashing a like on this video. Make sure you are fully subscribed. Come on, road to 90k is fully upon us. We are currently 25 away from 89.2. Come on, people, get this boxed off. Let's go. And make sure, if you haven't subscribed to Lee Reacts, go and check that out. That channel is absolutely flying as well. Just dropped a video about Chelsea and Man City because, again, the clickbait media, clickbait YouTubers, clickbait everything within the football world, all making out that Chelsea and City are going to get relegated. So go and check that video out. That was a little rant, 18 minutes long. So make sure you go and check that one out, people, on Lee Reacts. And make sure you leave your comments and super chats down below. But you're probably sitting there thinking, what's David Dein done? I've actually met David Dein. What a lovely guy. What a lovely fella. I met him outside Stamford Bridge many moons ago. I think it was Unai Emery's first game, away game for Arsenal. I'm pretty sure it was, but it was at Stamford Bridge, and spent about 5-10 minutes chatting to him. What a nice guy, man. Like, genuinely, just standing across the road from the stadium, just standing there on his own. And me and a couple of pals went up to him, started chatting to him, and yeah, nice guy, Mr. Arsenal. Yeah, the whole reason that I support this football club is down to his decision of signing George Graham, and then obviously we go from there, don't we? Arsene Wenger and so on and so forth. Sol Campbell, Thierry Henry, all these other players that he got over the line, top players. These guys on the green screen, Dennis Bergkamp, another one, is what it is. But anyway, there's a lot of people out there that haven't got a clue who David Dein is within the Arsenal fan base, because they're not interested in educating themselves on anything Arsenal related. It's all about what the current Arsenal are doing. And if you dare to try and educate them on the history of the football club, then you're an old man, yeah, and you're a disgrace, and you're negative, and you're toxic, and you're anti-Arsenal. There's a reason this lot are on the green screen. There's a reason this lot are on the green screen. And do you know what's crazy? Yeah, I'm even going to show you this right now, because I actually had this set up ready to go if we had won the league. I had that set up and ready to go if we had won the league. Martinelli, Saka, Smith Rowe, obviously my boy Tierney. But we didn't. We bottled it. So we'll have to wait another God knows how long, another load of phases, dogs, merch. Don't forget, get the Invincible merch to celebrate 20 years without a title. Righty's willed that one out. Anyway, let's put that out. We're on the Suaves this evening. We're going to enjoy the darts final. Watched the semi-finals earlier. And yeah, let's get into this. He went on TalkSport and he was asked on TalkSport. In fact, let me read the whole article. Let me read the whole article out, people, because he did actually give praise to Arteta at the end. Here we go. Ex-Arsenal chief David Dein criticises Mikel Arteta over a VAR outburst, but credits him for bringing hope back. Here we go. Mikel Arteta's angry VAR outburst following Arsenal's defeat at Newcastle damaged the image of the club. That is according to the club's ex-long-serving vice chairman, David Dein, who believes his comments were unnecessary. The Gunners' boss was left seething after his side's unbeaten start to the Premier League campaign came to an end at St James's Park earlier this month. There was no shortage of controversy from the match, with Arteta left dumbfounded, that's a good word, isn't it, how Anthony Gordon's eventual winner was allowed to stand. He labelled VAR, it's embarrassing, guys, and a disgrace. Is a disgrace, guys. I feel embarrassed, guys. Arsenal then rallying behind the ex-Everton midfielder. TalkSport love a clickbait and a wind-up, didn't they? With a statement hitting out at yet more unacceptable refereeing. Arteta was then charged by the FA over his rant on Thursday, with Dein, who was Arsenal's vice chairman, it was 83, see I was right, until 2007, insisting the Spaniard was wrong. Oh no, top gooners are now scurrying around having meltdowns, claiming he should keep his mouth shut. Why? Because it don't fit your narrative of sparkles, unicorns, and everything's rosy in the garden. Yeah, this guy, has forgotten more about football than any of us will ever know. And listen, I know a lot about football. The people I get on this channel know a lot about football, and I'm including Jez, I'm including Kenny in that. Yeah, I'm including all the other people I get on this channel. You guys in the chat as well, and in the comments. We don't know anywhere near as much as David Dein knows about football. But anyway, let's continue. Speaking on the Sunday edition with Sean Custis and Henry Winter about Arteta's outburst, Dein was asked if he was at Arsenal, would he have defended him? To which he said, it wouldn't have happened. Great start. Big up David Dein. But we're in an emotional game and these things do happen. I think it's unfortunate, but you live and learn. Pressed on whether he would have taken Arteta aside and warned him about his conduct, Dein remarked, probably, but you don't want to undermine the manager either. The manager is in the heat of the moment. That's what he believed in. I was at the Newcastle game, he said. He felt aggrieved and he felt the decisions go against him. He then continues. He continues, and this is exactly nail on the head. This is exactly what I, Kenny, Jez, load of others, Northside, Curtis, I'd imagine, and a load of other people have all said as well. Yes, fair enough. This decision went against us. Cool. All right, cool, whatever. But then he says, in the final analysis, I think it was a bit of a misdirection, because the fact is, there was 101 minutes, 3 minutes added on in the first half and 8 minutes in the second half. In 101 minutes of football, we only had one shot on target. Oh, sorry, one shot on goal, he actually said, but it was one shot on target. So you can't really say that the team deserved to win. It is what it is. He then continues. There is a process in place. We have to take a shot. Cheers, guys. Ray Parlour voice. There is a process in place for how they deal with these things. And I just think it was a little bit unnecessary. I don't think he did the image of the club any good. Standing ovation for Mr. Arsenal. The whole reason I support the football club, the whole reason most Arsenal fans support the football club, unless you're of an older generation above me, and I'm 41. If you were in your 50s, 60s, obviously you supported before that, and David Dein wasn't at the club. But fair play. It is what it is. Anyway, David Dein was full of praise of Arteta, turning Arsenal into a legitimate title contender once again, stating that he has brought the hope back to the Emirates. He remarked that I think under Arteta they are doing a good job. I think there was a freshness you can see there is new belief, certainly in the crowd anyway. There is a definite buzz around the place. Well, unfortunately, that buzz is not as good as it was last season because of Arsenal deciding to do a ballot system. So the stadium is not as rocking as it was last season. Well done, Arsenal. You've decided to put a ballot system in place for red members and silver members. So now some of the silver and red members that were able to go to pretty much a lot of games last season, if not all of them on silver memberships, now are struggling to get a ticket via the ballot system. So now the atmosphere is flat. And I know this because Kenny goes to every home game. Anyway, you can see the team have got something good going for them, he said. I think there is something positive. It's a bit of a renaissance going on at the moment at Arsenal. Despite Arsenal's setback in Tyneside, they sit third in the table, level on points with second place Liverpool and 1 point behind the champion City. And with the two top teams ready to battle it out next week, Arteta could find themselves sitting at the top if results go his way. Now, I want to say this real quick, right? Because I posted out on Twitter when I see it. I got sent the link. Let me find my Twitter. There we go. I posted out on there straight away as soon as I got sent the link. Finally, somebody said it. Big up David Dein, proper Arsenal. One of the comments on there, big up David Dein for wanting decisions to still be wrong in matches. Clown emoji. The other two, to be fair, David Dein is a proper director of football, unlike the favela Stephen Ireland. I thought that was funny. Big up Andre. And King Henri said Arsenal went backwards the moment he left. Facts. Now, I haven't gone to the original post since I quoted it, and then I found a reply from somebody. Can't pronounce his name, but anyway, old man, no one cares about your opinion. It's almost a month now. Everyone has moved on. So I've quoted that. Imagine listening to David Dein speak, but then coming to the decision that no one cares about his opinion. The only reason you chose to support Arsenal was because of his opinion on Wenger and all the players he signed. Then again, you've probably only just found this information out. Because again, it's crazy. These people are caught up in the moment, in the bubble of what's happening now. They latched on to the club, which is cool. Fantastic. Pick your football club. We've all picked a club. You can't change your club. But if you're going to find a football club to go and support, whether it be abroad, whether it be at home, whether it be going to games, whether it just be buying merch. I'm wearing the merch. Very old merch, by the way. But if you are going to support the club, at least learn the history of the football club. It's like me supporting, I don't know, an NFL team and not knowing anything about it, but then going on a YouTube channel of a guy in his 40s or 50s that has supported that club since he was knee-high to a grasshopper, 5 years old, knows the club inside out, and then me telling him he's a fake fan, he's this, he's that. Have a bit of shame and respect in it. David Dein, like I said 5, 7, 8, 9 minutes ago, knows more about Arsenal Football Club and more about football than any of us in this chat, in the comments, me talking, and the podcast tomorrow. Me, Kenny, and Jez have got over 150 years of watching Arsenal between us. David Dein knows more than all three of us put together. Yeah, the audacity of some of these people. Yeah, it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. I feel embarrassed, guys. It's a disgrace, guys. It's a disgrace, guys. I feel embarrassed. Yeah, embarrassed. Because it's all about how these people feel. And the reason they picked Arsenal, a lot of these people, the reason I picked Arsenal, my surname's Gunner. And everyone at my school at that time was supporting Man United or Liverpool. Going with Arsenal, mate. Cool. But a lot of people get it handed down through generation if you lived locally or whatever. Yeah, maybe even abroad that happens. I don't know. I know it happens with Arsenal and other teams in England. They get it generationally passed down. Yeah, you're supporting that club, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But at the same time, right, I find it staggering that people will sit there and just cut off anything. And most of these people that have supported Arsenal that are a younger generation than me, the next generation or one bit next generation down from me, the 30 and unders, or the mid 30s and unders. The whole reason they support Arsenal is because of Arsene Wenger, Thierry Henry, Pires. Yeah, these guys. Yeah, that's why the Ashley Coles and all of that lot. And why is that? Because the man they're criticising for having a voice on TalkSport today, when he was asked the question, signed these players. He also signed the manager that went invincible, the manager that did the double, the manager that won the league at White Hart Lane, the manager that won the league at Old Trafford. Yeah, the manager that's won more FA Cups than any other manager in history. And listen, I am Wenger's biggest fan. I think that he is a massive issue as to why this club is how it is. And David Dein left in 2007. Wenger should have left as well. But he didn't. And then you get more and more people coming in. Oh, but Wenger. Have a bit of respect, mate. Yeah, David Dein is Mr. Arsenal. Yeah, David Dein will forever be Mr. Arsenal. No matter how it ended, with him being frog marched and escorted off the property and all of that. Yeah, he will forever be Mr. Arsenal. Tony Adams, David O'Leary, David Dein. Mr. Arsenals, all three of them. All three of them. The three amigos, yeah? All three of them. Yeah, George Graham, all day long. Yeah, it's mad, and I find it embarrassing, guys. Is a disgrace, guys. Is embarrassing. Yeah, that most of this fan base online haven't got a Scooby who he is first and foremost, and then dismiss anything he says. Like I said, I've been in the guy's presence for 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes outside it. It was the 3-2. It was the 3-2 under Emery, the first away game under Emery. And what a charming guy. Spoke nice, calm, just like, yeah, come on, we can get Arsenal back to the top. And he will bleed Arsenal for the rest of his life. That guy, bless up to you, David Dein. Love for everything you did for this football club, mate. Yeah, love for everything you did for this football club. And it's sad that you're not at the football club now. Because I'll tell you something, if he was at the football club last season, yeah, we would have won the league, mate. We would have won the league. And if you was there maybe between 2008 and when Wenger left, we may have won a few more as well along the way. Maybe even some other trophies along the way. But here's what it is. We're now in that new phase of, oh, everything has to be rosy. You can't criticize. Oh, you're negative. Shut up about negative. It's not negative having a different opinion, mate. Yeah, if you want to take it as a negative, cool. That's your issue. That's not a my issue. That's a you issue. That's not an I issue. It's not my issue. Yeah, that's a you issue. If you think I'm negative, cool. Yeah. Well, I think you lot have systematically destroyed my football club with a fake positivity and your undying love to paid individuals at the football club. Yeah, disposable employees that you've hung on to because of your emotional connection to them. Yeah, embarrassing. But it is what it is. Listen. Big up for watching. Love David Dein. Well done for saying it as it is, mate. 101 minutes, one shot. Yeah, he wouldn't have allowed it to happen. A statement wouldn't have gone out. And if Arteta was on a manager while he was there, would have pulled him to one side and said, "Oi, it's not a good look, a good image for the football club." Classy Arsenal. Yeah, well, that weren't very classy, was it? And I'll tell you something, we were extremely classy when that guy was running this football club. So big up to him. Well said. Don't listen to the dickheads online. And yeah, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to go and watch the darts. I've probably missed about the first five legs, but it is what it is. I was going to do a video on here about Jesus and Vlahovic. We've changed it. Obviously, this was more important. Felt I needed to get that off my pigeon chest. And yeah, make sure you are subbing to the channel, guys. You can do it, guys. Big up to everybody who has. Make sure you smash a like, sub, comments and donations down below. Check out Lee Reacts, got a video on there. And I'll be back again tomorrow. I'm on with Saeed at midday. I think I'm straight on with Lewis It's LB straight after. Then the podcast on here with Kenny and Jez. We're definitely delving into this tomorrow. We'll have the snorkel out. Yeah, we'll have the goggles, the whole kit and caboodle, because we'll be delving into this again. And then I'm on with Henry as well. So plenty more content to come. We're out of here. Adios, amigos. Ciao.